in their last 10. And the mares get an allowance here. Non-winners of $200 in their last 10 starts draw inside. The purse, $6,200. Number 1 is Darker Shade of Pale, owned by Keith Castle of Smiths Falls, Ontario, trained by Macy Castle. Robert Shepard drives. 2 is the current 6-5 favorite, DA Cinnamon Crunch, owned by Keith Castle of Smiths Falls, Ontario, trained by Macy Castle. Guy Gagnon drives her for the first time. 3 is Beach Roller, racing with Lasix for the first time for owner William Gibson of Kingston, Ontario, trainer Brian Gibson, and driver Ryan Guy. 4 is Saskabush Steve, owned and trained by Alain Martin of Gatineau, Quebec. Pascal Berube is in the sulky. 5 is He's Stalking You, owned by Alexia Frigo of Quebec, trained by Kelly Duval-Lacaille, and William Waugh drives. And completing this field from post 6, Nevada Dragon, owned and trained by John McMillan, who shares ownership with Aidan Keeley-Griffiths, also of Odessa, Ontario. Marie-Claude Auger drives. That's your field of 6 pacers for upcoming Race 1, Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and Early Daily Double Wagering. No changes. We're zooming in on 3 of them together out there. The 2 DA Cinnamon Crunch between Beach Roller and Saskabush Steve is the current 8-5 favorite. Just 1 win last season and 0 for 23 this year, but given the class she belongs and given the presence of Guy Gagnon in the bike, she's getting the 8-5 respect on the tote board right now. She's got some significant class relief, I would say. She's been taking on some very good mares at this track and was fighting gamely. First over outside of Beach Journey most of the mile on September 17th. So some post and class relief here for DA Cinnamon Crunch. Glenn Pearson also putting number 2 DA Cinnamon Crunch on top of his ticket in race 1 with the 4 Saskabush Steve second, the 3 Beach Roller third, and 5 He's Stalking You to complete the Superfecta. Still time to wager on race 1, but you'll have to hurry. They're about to go behind the gate. The starter has called the field for race 1. Saskabush Steve first behind the gate, looking frisky. The field is lining up now. 1 is Darker Shade of Pale for Robert Shepard. 2, DA Cinnamon Crunch for Guy Gagnon. 3, Beach Roller for Ryan Guy. 4, Saskabush Steve for Pascal Berube, suddenly the 7-5 favorite. 5 is He's Stalking You for William Waugh. And on the outside, 6, Nevada Dragon, Marie-Claude Auger. They're on the turn. The inside 3 with a little catching up to do as the starting gate approaches the Rideau Carleton backstretch. They're all in line and approaching the start. They're off and pacing, instantly launching from post 2, DA Cinnamon Crunch for Guy Gagnon, and in hot pursuit, first over to her outside in second, Saskabush Steve for Pascal Berube. Following them from third, Beach Roller, and then it's a gap of about 3 lengths back to Darker Shade of Pale, a couple of lengths behind her. Second last, that's He's Stalking You, and this field is trailed to the opening quarter by Nevada Dragon. Up front, 27-3, the opening quarter for leader DA Cinnamon Crunch in charge. Coming down the stretch the first time in the pocket, Saskabush Steve, followed a closer third by Beach Roller. Also tightening up in fourth, Darker Shade of Pale. In fifth, He's Stalking You. And at the back of the field, it's still Nevada Dragon. Single file into the second turn. And it's DA Cinnamon Crunch getting an easier trip this week than her most recent start. She gets to the half in 58 seconds flat, and she's still stalked closely by Saskabush Steve. And from third, looking eager to make the first over move, Beach Roller is tipping for Ryan Guy and now advancing first over from third on the backstretch. Gapping somewhat in fourth, Darker Shade of Pale. Second over from second last, Nevada Dragon getting rolling. Shuffle to last, He's Stalking You as they head past 3/4, 1:27-2 the clocking there. And things are heating up a bit for DA Cinnamon Crunch. She's got company on the outside. Beach Roller is rolling, looking to go 3 wide. Nevada Dragon and looking to leave the pocket, Saskabush Steve, as they turn 4 home. She's fighting to maintain her lead. It's DA Cinnamon Crunch with Saskabush Steve alongside. Saskabush Steve pressing things to the wire and getting the win over DA Cinnamon Crunch. Up for show, Darker Shade of Pale. Beach Roller fourth, 1:56-1. A patient pocket ride for number 4, Saskabush Steve. Pays off in deep stretch as he and driver Pascal Berube are able to hunt down DA Cinnamon Crunch and Guy Gagnon in the final strides. Race 1 unofficial top 4 results are now posted. Number 4, Saskabush Steve, a 2-1 winner for Pascal Berube. The favorite at the last flash was number 2, DA Cinnamon Crunch, second as 4-5 beaten favorite. 1, Darker Shade of Pale, was third, and 3, Beach Roller, fourth. 4-2-1-3 in race 1. Please hold all tickets. Results are unofficial. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton Winner's Circle, unofficial Race 1 winner number 4, Saskabush Steve. A 9-year-old bay gelding by Lambretta out of JK Fantasy. Owned and trained by Alain Martin of Gatineau, Quebec. Bred by Corey Manning of Belmont, Manitoba. Driven to victory by Pascal Berube, 156-1. That's the second win of the year for Saskabush Steve. Congratulations. Race 1 is now official. Prices are posted for Race 1. Number 4, Saskabush Steve returns $6.60 to win. The $2 4-2 exactor pays $8.10. It's $33.55 for the $1 triactor, 4-2-1, and the $1 superfecta, 4-2-1-3, pays $65.10. The Race 1 rundown is now displayed. Number 1, Darker Shade of Pale, was third. 4-5 favorite. Number 2, DA Cinnamon Crunch, held on for place. 3, Beach Roller, was fourth. 4, Saskabush Steve, the race winner for Pascal Berube. 5, He's Stalking You, was fifth. And 6, Nevada Dragon, sixth. From the top down, your program should read 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, 6. The fractions 27 and 3, 58 seconds flat, 127 and 2, 156 and 1 for Saskabush Steve. Before we move on to race 2, just looking back at Saskabush Steve, he did have a couple of tells approaching the gate in race 1. Looking frisky, he was first behind the gate. He did face interference in his most recent start before tonight, and he was Pascal Berube's choice over He's Stalking You in race 1. So a somewhat logical winner there. Congratulations if you had Saskabush Steve in race 1. So we're moving on to race 2 now with exactor, triactor, superfecta, and early pick 4 wagering. I've mapped out a somewhat economical 20-cent pick 4 ticket starting here in race 2. Using the 2 Serenity Road in the Rideau debut for Robert Shepard and Kelly Duval-Lacaille. Also using the 4 CB Caper, who was third behind Muktuk Annie and Great Time Bayama in the most recent start and makes a quick turnaround. And the 1 Better Be Home Soon. The 3-year-old Better's Delight gelding put in steps September 24th and now picks up driver Guy Gagnon for trainer Mandy Archer, off in a winning combination. In race 3, singling the 4 Jack Wick, a sensation since coming to Rideau Carleton. Race 4, going 4 deep. This is a tough preferred handicap trot using Rose Run, Why Not, Kanogami, Coco, Southwind Russian, and Raising Rusty. There's no Tyrone Bowtie and no Emmatown Bud in that group. And then in race 5, hopefully sealing the deal with my spot play, number 5 Greenleaf on top of the ticket. Also using the 3 Chick Chalk Rose and the 1 Kinder Kahina, who was excellent at long odds in the September 24th start at this track. $7.20 for that 20-cent pick 4. Good luck in your selections. As we wait for the race 2 pacers to come on track for the post parade, a little bit about the field. The 2 Serenity Road was a beaten 4-5 favorite in the most recent start at Hippodrome 3R, September 21st for driver Sylvain Lacaille. This is the Rideau debut for Serenity Road, who faced first over pressure past the half and along the backstretch, September 21st at 3R, and got stung at the wire in a 3-horse blanket finish. The 4 CB Caper, currently the 1-5 favorite, won here on April 20th and May 4th for the returning Ryan Guy and makes the quick turnaround. She backpedaled to last early Sunday, had a second over move from 5th on the backstretch and closed for show in the field's co-fastest last quarter of 28-4, best of the rest, behind Muktuk Annie and Great Time Bayama. The 1 Better Be Home Soon was a maiden breaking 1-2 favorite in the September 14th Rideau debut for a visiting Brett McDonald. Better Be Home Soon pocketed up behind Muktuk Annie Wednesday and was gapping on the backstretch. She got suddenly rough-gated near 3/4. This is the debut for Guy Gagnon for the 1 Better Be Home Soon. Here come the race 2 pacers on post parade. They're non-winners of $9,000 lifetime or a race in 2024, 2025. Allowances for fillies and mares, and non-winners of a race in their last 10 allowed $2,500. The purse is $5,800. Number 1 is Better Be Home Soon, owned by David Brown of Cannington, Ontario, trained by Mandy Archer. Guy Gagnon drives for the first time. 2 is Serenity Road, owned by trainer Kelly Duval-Lecaille of Saint-Paul-de-Joliette, Quebec, as well as Olivier Thomas of L'Assomption, Quebec. Robert Shepard is in the bike. 3 is She's a Dancin' Fool, owned, trained, and driven by Darcy Clancy of Odessa, Ontario, who shares ownership with Link Stable of Vaughan, Ontario. The current 7-5 favorite from Post 4 is CB Caper, owned by Lloyd Howley of Carson, Ontario, trained by Mike Armstrong. Ryan Guy drives. And from Post 5, Major Motion, owned and trained by Jennifer McBride of Almont, Ontario. Pascal Berube hoping to go back-to-back. That's your field of 5 for upcoming Race 2, Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and early Pick 4 wagering. For newcomers at the track, perhaps at the picnic tables or at Mr. Lucky's tonight, or even joining us online, the Superfecta is where you're picking the top 4 in order in a particular race. And the pick 4, you need to pick 4 consecutive winners, races 2, 3, 4, and 5. And yes, you can choose multiple horses per race to try to optimize your chances. As in race 1, the favorite has shifted a lot so far in race 2 because this is another light on wins group. This is a light on experience group. Mostly younger horses, 4 and 3 years of age, although Major Motion is a 7-year-old gelding. Serenity Road was taking early money and is the favorite once again at 6-5 from Post 2. A beaten 4-5 favorite in that Hippodrome 3R start, September 21st, and almost inseparable at the wire from the other 2 horses in that top 3 finish. Another contender here is She's a Dancin' Fool. Her only win was from the rail at Georgian Downs, June 21st, wiring as a 6-5 favorite for the returning trainer-driver Darcy Clancy. She's a Dancin' Fool, raced single file 4th behind a slowing Speedy Dancer on the backstretch Sunday and was 3rd over from last on the final turn. She's making a quick turnaround, sometimes an indication of strong form and an imperfect trip or result in the most recent start. So She's a Dancin' Fool, 5-1 from Post 3 in upcoming race 2, which kicks off the early pick 4. Still time to get your early pick 4 ticket, but you will have to hurry. It has the advantage of no changes in any of the sequence. Races 2, 3, 4, and 5. Starter has called the field for race 2, though. You'll have to hurry to get your pick 4 or any other wagers in. The Pacers are gathering behind the gate now. 1 is Better Be Home Soon for Guy Gagnon. 2 is Serenity Road for Robert Shepard. 3, She's a Dancin' Fool, Darcy Clancy. 4, CB Caper for Ryan Guy, the current 3-5 favorite. And on the outside from post 5, Major Motion for Pascal Berube. Field is headed into the turn. The outside 3 all in place with Better Be Home Soon and Serenity Road lining up alongside them now. Starting gate is on the backstretch and headed to the start for race 2 and the early pick 4 at Rideau Carleton. They're off and pacing, a perfect start. Better Be Home Soon and Guy Gagnon rocketing to the front. And here comes CB Caper and Ryan Guy immediately in hot pursuit and dropping into the pocket behind that leader. Following from third, Serenity Road in the Rideau debut. From fourth, She's a Dancin' Fool, and trailing its Major Motion. Up front, Better Be Home Soon leading towards the opening quarter for Guy Gagnon, and getting there in 29 and 2, leisurely first panel for this field. Better Be Home Soon, keeping just over a length ahead of the pocket sitting CB Caper. Tighter in third now, Serenity Road. Also close up in fourth, She's a Dancin' Fool, still trailing Major Motion. They're all in line and headed towards the half now. Nobody making a move yet. Better Be Home Soon, coasting on the front end to the half in 1 minute and 2/5. 31-second second panel breather. Still in the pocket, CB Caper within range, and Serenity Road still patiently third. Looking interested from fourth, She's a Dancin' Fool, and Darcy Clancy going to make the move first over out of fourth. And following that cover, second over from last, that's a Major Motion approaching 3/4. Reached in 1:30 and 2 by Better Be Home Soon, who's wishing the wire was here already. She's a Dancin' Fool drawing alongside and matching strides at the top of the stretch with Better Be Home Soon. Looking to swing wide late, Major Motion. Up the inside late, here comes CB Caper. And fighting back, Better Be Home Soon. Just not enough to take down She's a Dancin' Fool, getting the win over Better Be Home Soon. And possibly Major Motion up for show ahead of CB Caper, 158 and 4. The front end trips have not been successful tonight, even with Guy Gagnon in the sulky. Better Be Home Soon, leading from the quarter onward and unable to hold off the late move of She's a Dancin' Fool. And Darcy Clancy, the 4-year-old daughter of Dancin' Yankee, drawing ahead late. Tight for show. It did look like Major Motion got up late in that 158 and 4 mile. Unofficial results are now posted for race 2 at 8-1. Number 3, She's a Dancin' Fool, gets the victory for Darcy Clancy over 1, Better Be Home Soon. Second, 4, CB Caper was actually third, the 6-5 favorite, ahead of 5, Major Motion, fourth. 3, 1, 4, 5 unofficially in race 2. Please hold all tickets. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton winner's circle, it's official race 2 winner. Number 3, She's a Dancin' Fool, a 4-year-old bay mare by Dancin' Yankee out of Open Forum. Owned, trained, and driven by Darcy Clancy of Odessa, Ontario, who shares ownership with the Link Stable of Vaughan, Ontario. She's a Dancin' Fool was bred by Cool Winds Farm of Lima, Ohio. And that's a new lifetime mark for She's a Dancin' Fool. That's her second career victory, 158 and 4. She's a Dancin' Fool at 8-1. Prices are now posted for race 2. Number 3, She's a Dancin' Fool returns $19.50 to win. The $2 double, 4-3, pays $96.80. The $2 exactor, 3-1, $73.90, $142.20 for the 3-1-4 $1 triactor, and $478.55 for the $1 superfecta, 3-1-4-5. The race 2 rundown is now displayed. Number 1, Better Be Home Soon, held on for place. 2, Serenity Road ended up 5th. 3, She's a Dancin' Fool took a new lifetime mark for Darcy Clancy. 6-5 favorite number 4, CB Caper, was 3rd. And 5, Major Motion closed for 4th. From the top down, your program should read 25134. The fractions 29 and 2, 1 minute and 2/5, 130 and 2, 158 and 4. The new mark for the 8-1 winner. She's a Dancin' Fool. Moving on to race 3. After some upsets in races 1 and 2, the closers able to catch the pace setters late, something to keep in mind. Congratulations if you had She's a Dancin' Fool in race 2 to start your early pick 4. In the meantime, here in race 3, there's exactor, triactor, superfecta, and pick 3 wagering. No changes in race 3. And opening at 1 to 5, no surprise, Jack Wick for Guy Gagnon and Mandy Archer. Already a strong favorite in this 6-horse field. Now approaching the track for the post parade. The race 3 Pacers are now on track for the post parade. They are non-winners of $20,000 lifetime, $25,000 lifetime for fillies and mares. Also eligible, $20,000 claimers, non-winners of $35,000 lifetime. Again, allowances for fillies and mares. The purse, $6,800. Number 1 is You Wait, I'll Go First, owned by Pierre Piedalou of Saint-Alexandre, Quebec, trained by Luc Loyer. William Waugh drives. Here's the 2, Stylish Stella, owned by Mathieu Gatineau of Montreal, trained by Clement Lauzon-Autier and driven by Marie-Claude Auger. 3 is Kiki D. Hanover, owned and trained by Jeremy Marcotte of Notre-Dame-de-l'Épée, Quebec, driven by Robert Shepard. 4 is the current 1 to 9 favorite, Jack Wick, owned by Daniel McIsaac of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, trained by Mandy Archer. Guy Gagnon drives. 5 is Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly, owned by Keith Castle of Smiths Falls, Ontario, trained by Macy Castle. Ryan Guy drives. And completing this field from post 6, Misher Panic, owned by trainer Danielle Martin with Dominique Michel, both of Saint-Bernard-Nord, Quebec. Pascal Berube drives. That's your field for upcoming race 3. No changes, exactor, triactor, superfecta, and pick 3 wagering. Good luck with your selections. My best bet is probably everybody's best bet, this card. We're looking at him now. Number 4, Jack Wick, at odds of 1 to 5. He was a winning 3 to 5 favorite last start. A little steppy gated out there right now, but an undeniable record since coming to Rideau Carleton. He's undefeated here, lowering his lifetime mark in every start so far for trainer Jacob Copley. Jack Wick had a going-away win in 152 and 4 last Wednesday and paced the card's fastest closing quarter of 27 and 4. We're getting a look at him now. Jack Wick from post 4 in upcoming race 3. Some other players in here include the winning 1-5 favorite, number 2, Stylish Stella. Marie-Claude Auger's pick over Kiki D. Hanover in this field. Stylish Stella circled Gimbalina early at Hippodrome 3R to take the lead for driver Stéphane Brasso in her last start. And she held on for the win by a narrowing margin over Destiny Magique and has never missed the exactor on a 5/8 mile track. Number 2, Stylish Stella, 8-1 right now. Glenn Pearson agrees that the 4, Jack Wick, is a worthy top choice here. Glenn is looking to the 6, currently at odds of 14-1 in the place spot. That's Misher Panic, returning to the post position of his show finish last Wednesday at this track. Misher Panic was single file 5th to the half, caught inside of the stalling My Midnight Lover along the backstretch, and first over at the top of the stretch, but he couldn't reel in the top 2. I've got him 4th in my ticket, Stylish Stella 2nd for me. Both of us have the 5 3rd in our tickets. That's Hot Tub Pop and Bubbly, who made 2 moves last Wednesday. She was first to the front from the Rideau rail and flushed out of 3rd to challenge leader Jack Wick first over along the backstretch, but she never cleared. She lost ground past 3/4. But looking back in her lines, she did overcome Kawartha Downs post 8 to win on September 13th, coming second over from 5th at the half onward, sitting out a duel among leaders and closing 3 wide for a narrow victory. That's number 5, Hot Tub Pop and Bubbly. Starter has called the field for race 3. Still time to wager. Maybe try a pick 3 ticket if you didn't have She's a Dancin' Fool last race. Congratulations to those like Uncle Turfy, who did have that 8-1 winner. Hopefully you're moving on in the pick 4 here. This is the second leg of the early pick 4. The field is lining up for race 3 at Rideau Carleton. 1 is You Wait, I'll Go First for William Waugh. 2, Stylish Stella, Marie-Claude Auger. 3, Kiki D. Hanover for Robert Shepard. 4, Jack Wick for Guy Gagnon, the 2-5 current favorite. 5 is Hot Tub Pop and Bubbly for Ryan Guy. And on the outside, Misher Panic, Pascal Berube. The field is on the turn, still finding their places behind the gate. The starting gate is on the backstretch. They're off and pacing in race 3, leaving from the inside. The 3 inside horses duking it out early. You Wait, I'll Go First, Stylish Stella and Kiki D. Hanover. Making front, that's Stylish Stella and Marie-Claude Auger. Parking, Kiki D. Hanover, who has to backpedal into the pocket just ahead of You Wait, I'll Go First. Tightening up in 4th, that's the favorite, Jack Wick. From 5th, Hot Tub Pop and Bubbly, and still at the back of the field, Misher Panic after a slightly tardy start. 27-3 to the opening quarter. They're coming down the stretch, all in line behind Stylish Stella, who leads by about a length and a half over Kiki D. Hanover. From 3rd, You Wait, I'll Go First. Stepping out to come first over now, out of 4th, Jack Wick for Guy Gagnon. Following that cover, Hot Tub Pop and Bubbly. Second over from second last for Ryan Guy. And still trailing, caught in now, Misher Panic past the half, which was reached in 57-1. Leading the way along the backstretch, Stylish Stella, unchallenged at this point. That is about to change. Kiki D. Hanover now 3rd in the pocket as a first over. Jack Wick advances into 2nd. In 4th along the pylons, You Wait, I'll Go First. Gapping cover, second over from second last. Hot Tub Pop and Bubbly still trailing and caught in. Misher Panic past 3/4. 125-1. Stylish Stella still in command as Jack Wick tries to hunt her down. The stretch looms ahead. Stylish Stella looking strong on the front end. Jack Wick still gaining ground and still wider. You Wait, I'll Go First is closing. The wire looms ahead. Stylish Stella pulls the upset over Jack Wick, Kiki D Hanover. And You Wait, I'll Go First, 154 flat. Stylish Stella keeps her record on the 5/8 mile track alive. As noted before the race, this filly has never missed the exactor on a 5/8 mile track. And now she pulls the upset in race 3, holding off Jack Wick right to the wire in a 154 flat victory. Race 3 unofficial results are now posted at odds of 11 to 1. Number 2, Stylish Stella, the race winner from Marie-Claude Auger, holding off. Number 4, Jack Wick, the 1 to 9 beaten favorite, closing for place ahead of 3, Kiki D Hanover, third, and 1, You Wait, I'll Go First, closing wide late for fourth. 2, 4, 3, 1 unofficially in race 3. Please hold all tickets. Now returning to the Rideau Carleton Winner's Circle, unofficial race 3 winner, number 2, Stylish Stella. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by Better Than Cheddar out of Arabella J, owned by Mathieu Gatineau of Montreal, Quebec, bred by Carrie L. Lose of Princeton, Ontario, trained by Clement Lozano-Che, driven to victory by Marie-Claude Auger. That's a new lifetime mark. 154 flat for Stylish Stella in her 8th win of the year. Congratulations. Race 3 is now official. Prices are posted for race 3. Number 2, Stylish Stella, pays $24.70 to win. The $2 exactor, 2-4 combination, $86.70. $189.95 for the 243 $1 triactor, and the $1 superfecta pays $244 even for the 2431 combination. The race 3 rundown is now displayed. 1, You Wait, I'll Go First, closed wide for 4th. 2, Stylish Stella, the race winner and a new lifetime mark for Marie-Claude Auger. 3, Kiki D Hanover finished 3rd. 1 to 9 favorite, number 4, Jack Wick was 2nd. 5, Hot Tub Pop and Bubbly, 6th, and 6, Measure Panic, 5th. From the top down, your program should read 4-1-3-2-6-5. The fractions 27 and 3, 57 and 1, 125 and 1, 154 flat. The new mark for Stylish Stella. Race 4 is coming up. It's our preferred handicap trot. The Wednesday night feature here at Rideau Carleton, exactor, triactor, superfecta, and pick 4 wagering. Tonight, so far, it's been worth it to explore options other than the favorites. Some of the others that looked good in these races were able to beat some very popular horses, so something to keep in mind. And this is a very challenging edition of the preferred handicap trot. I'm using everyone but the one, the Can-Am Banker. That's because he's had a number of breaks, even for some of the top drivers at this track. I think Rose Run Why Not can get the job done. The mare from post 4, currently at odds of 3-2, but I am also using the 2-5 current favorite, number 5, Kanagami Coco, and the stable mates from the Stefan Pouliot barn, number 2, Southwind Russian on the class jump, and the 3, Raising Rusty, who has a very good record for Melanie Plourde, who's driving tonight. In race 5, I'm singling my spot play, the 5, Greenleaf for Melanie Plourde and trainer Pierre-Marc Longpré. She was caught in much of the mile in her most recent start. In race 6, this one, a very tough race with a smaller field now after the scratch of the 8 Better Hold On Tight, a judge's scratch. I used all the horses there that I used in my high 5. The 1, Surratt Hanover, looks on the brink of something good, a 2-time winner this season. Also using the 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed, adding Guy Gagnon tonight, and Mandy Archer now training that one. The 9, Silverado, an upset winner for Ryan Guy and Wayne LaViolette on September 24th. Also the 4, the Colt, getting serious post relief after closing like crazy for show for William Waugh, September 24th at this level. And the 6, Lady for Dollar, overdue after getting stung by Silverado in the most recent start. In race 7, hoping to seal the deal in this trot, the 2, Never Mind for Guy Gagnon and Mandy Archer, is on a 4-race win streak. He's the horse to beat here. If anyone's going to beat him, I think it could be the 6, CrossFit for Marie-Claude Auger and Vic Putty, a 6-time winner this season. Or from the rail, the 1, Mask of Zorro for Pascal Berube and Benoit Hebert. Race 4 is the preferred handicap trot, the Wednesday night feature with a purse of $10,000. No changes. Number 1 is the Can-Am Banker, owned by Investissement KFB of Sorel Tracy, along with trainer-driver, co-owner Carl Duguay of Trois-Rivières. 2 is Southwind Russian, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation of Gloucester, Ontario, trained and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. 3 is Raising Rusty, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation of Gloucester, Ontario, trained by Stéphane Pouliot. Melanie Plourde drives. 4 is Rose Run Why Not, owned by Investissement KFB, Sorel Tracy, and Carl Duguay of Trois-Rivières, Quebec, who also trains. Pascal Berube drives. And the current 3 to 5 favorite looks to be going back to the paddock, possibly for an equipment or shoeing repair. That's the 5 Kenogami Coco, owned by Marie-Claude Reed and Mario Menard of Montreal, trained by Danielle Martin. Robert Shepard driving the 5 Kenogami Coco. That's your field for upcoming Race 4. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and middle pick for wagering. Good luck. The AGCO judges just informing me of Kenogami Coco being back in the paddock for some sort of equipment repair, possibly shoeing repair. I'm sure we'll find out. We're looking at Race 4 selections right now. Glenn Pearson going with the 5 Kenogami Coco, a 4-time winner this season, with a seasonal best mark taken at Rideau Carleton, 155-3. That one going from trainer Christine Beaulieu to Danielle Martin. 1 to 2 favorite from post 5 Kenogami Coco. I'm using him second, and the mare looks good here to me. Number 4, Rose Run Why Not, a 3-time winner this season, 155-4. Her seasonal best taken at Rideau Carleton. Pascal Berube starting the night with a driving win here as well, with the catch drive on Saskabush Steve in Race 1. And Rose Run Why Not was just flying late in her most recent start at the preferred level. She's 8-5 right now. Glenn is looking to the 3, Raising Rusty in the show spot. I have the 2 Southwind Russian there in spite of the class hike. And then I've got Raising Rusty 4th, and Glenn has Southwind Russian 4th. But really, it's tough to rank them in this race. I think any of those 4 can take this. My top choice officially is the 4, Rose Run Why Not. She and regular driver Pascal Berube waited second last to the second turn in Wednesday's Rideau Preferred Handicap and got caught inside of the stalling Emmatown Butt on the backstretch. Rose Run Why Not came second over to chase the cover of Kenogami Coco around the final turn and closed in the field's fastest closing quarter of 28-4. The 5 Kenogami Coco left the pylons to make a first over bid approaching 3/4 last Wednesday and was right up against Rose Run Why Not in the battle for place. He was second to Rose Run Why Not after setting the pace in the August 27th Rideau Preferred Handicap. That's the current 1 to 2 favorite from post 5 Kenogami Coco. 2 Southwind Russian is 9-1. He started the 2025 meet in the Rideau Preferred Handicap, finishing second to winner Saturday on April 6th before encountering braking issues. He was 3 wide around off-stride leader Stomper Tom to inherit the early lead last Wednesday and led into deep stretch. He was collared late by Stormont Cheerio and Lorenzo. He's up in class, but seems to be very good right now. And the other who I wouldn't rule out is number 3, Racing Rusty, who was first to the front from the rail in Wednesday's preferred handicap. Overtaken by Tyrone Bowtie past the opening quarter. Racing Rusty pocketed up and got out sprinted in the stretch. He has post 3 here. He's 6-1. And the driver change is interesting because Racing Rusty has 2 2025 wins, both from the Rideau rail in 4 drives this season for Melanie Plourde. I think he teams up well with Melanie Plourde. Racing Rusty from post 3 has a bit of upset potential here. Again, in the absence of Emma Townbutt and Tyrone Bowtie, it's a tough group to sort out, especially on a night when the favorites have not been faring well. We saw Jack Wick go down to defeat to Stylish Stella in race 3. I've been informed by the AGCO judges that Kanagami Coco had to go back to the paddock due to a flat tire on the race bike. So that's been swapped out. Kanagami Coco now ready for the start in upcoming race 4. Not much time left to wager to get involved in the middle pick 4. Starter has called the field for race 4. Still an opportunity to play the middle pick 4. If you weren't fortunate enough to have Stylish Stella last race with the upset, or She's a Dancin' Fool in race 2, you can start fresh right here in the preferred handicap trot. Now lining up. 1 is the Can-Am Banker for Carl Duguay. 2, Southwind Russian, Stéphane Pouliot. 3, Racing Rusty, Melanie Plourde. 4, Rose Run Why Not, Pascal Berube. And the 3-5 favorite from post 5, Kanagami Coco for Robert Shepard. They're headed on to the backstretch. All in line except Racing Rusty. Now moving into place as the Can-Am Banker drops back slightly. They're off and trotting on the run early. Southwind Russian, unfortunately, also gapping early. The Can-Am Banker out to the early lead. That's Racing Rusty for Melanie Plourde, facing the first over rival, Kanagami Coco. For Robert Shepard, drawing alongside. They're matching strides now on the first turn. Kanagami Coco moving to the front ahead of Racing Rusty, who inherits the pocket, and following them from third. At this point, Rose Run Why Not, 28-1 to the opening quarter, gapping in fourth. That's Can-Am Banker, and out of it and on the run again, Southwind Russian trails this 5-horse preferred trot. As they come in front of the grandstand, Kanagami Coco leading the way into the second turn ahead of the pocket sitting, Racing Rusty, and content to follow from third along the pylons, Rose Run Why Not, catching up, but still about 3 lengths back in fourth. The Can-Am Banker past the half in 57-3. Southwind Russian out of contention at the back of this field. It's a confident Kanagami Coco leading by just over a length along the backstretch. Racing Rusty with the perfect pocket ride. And looking live from third now, Rose Run Why Not angling out for Berube as the field approaches 3/4. Also looking competitive from fourth now, the Can-Am Banker, 1:26-1 at 3/4. Leading the way, Kanagami Coco suddenly confronted by the first over, Rose Run Why Not, and Pascal Berube turning for home. Also from the pocket, Racing Rusty making a late bit up the inside. Rose Run Why Not versus Racing Rusty. It's going to be Racing Rusty going away for Melanie Plourde. Rose Run Why Not second, Kanagami Coco third, the Can-Am Banker fourth, 1:55-3. Kanagami Coco on the front end throughout most of the mile, proved vulnerable in the stretch of the preferred handicap trot. It came down to Rose Run Why Not on the outside, but Raising Rusty got the victory up the inside path, 155 and 3 for Melanie Plourde in race 4. Unofficial results are now posted for race 4 at odds of 5-1. Number 3, Raising Rusty, gets the win for Melanie Plourde, win number 4 of the season for Raising Rusty. Second, number 4, Rose Run Why Not. The 4-5 favorite, number 5, Kanogami Coco, was third, ahead of 1, the Can-Am Banker, fourth. 3-4-5-1 in race 4. Please hold all tickets. Results are unofficial. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton winner's circle, unofficial race 4 winner. Number 3, Raising Rusty, an 8-year-old bay gelding by Cadabra out of Raising the Bar. He has quite a cheering section. Raising Rusty, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation of Gloucester, Ontario, bred by Diane N. Ingham and Harry A. Rutherford of Mount Pleasant, Ontario. Trained by Stéphane Pouliot, driven to victory by Melanie Plourde. 155 and 3, win number 4 of the year for Raising Rusty. Race 4 is now official. Prices are posted for race 4. Number 3, Raising Rusty, returns $13.30 to win. The $2 3-4 exactor pays $32.30. It's $19.05 for the $1 3-4-5 triactor and $66.75 for the $1 superfecta 3-4-5-1. The race 4 rundown is now displayed. Number 1, the Can-Am Banker, a good 4th. 2, Southwind Russian was 5th after the early miscue. 3, Raising Rusty, the race winner for Melanie Plourde. 4, Rose Run Why Not, close for place. And 4 to 5 pace setter, number 5, Kanogami Coco, held on for show. From the top down, your program should read 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. The fractions 28 and 1, 57 and 3, 126 and 1, 155 and 3 for Raising Rusty, kicking off the middle pick 4 with the 5 to 1 upset. Race 5 is coming up next. Exactor, Triactor, Pick 5, Superfecta, and Pick 3. There's only one Pick 5 on tonight's card. It kicks off here in Race 5. I used 3 horses, a little bit of a buffer. My top choice here, my spot play of the card, is the 5 Greenleaf for Race 4 winner Melanie Plourde and trainer Pierre-Marc Longpre. Also going to use the dependable 3 Chick-Chock Rose for trainer driver Marie-Claude Auger, a 5-time winner this season, and a horse who made a very good start here, September 24th, Kinder Kahina for William Waugh and Denitsa Petrova. In race 6, the 8 Better Hold On Tight is a judge's scratch. The 10 Shadow Dave does not draw in. I used all the horses in my high 5. This is a very competitive group. In race 7, I tried to lower the cost of this ticket somewhat. I singled the 2 Nevermind, who looks every bit the sure thing. I don't want to jinx him, but he does have a 4-race win streak going for Guy Gagnon and Mandy Archer. And then in race 8, going 3 deep there with a 6 Tamara Hanover for Robert Shepard and Mandy Archer, as well as the 2 Dial Me Up for Pascal Berube and Yves Tessier, and the 3 Beach Journey, the Guy Gagnon trained and driven mare, a 6-time winner this season. Note that in race 8, number 4, Latte Sealster, going blind to blinkers. And in race 9, the 6 Anna's Wish is a judge's scratch. Curious Cortez does not draw in. I'm going with 2 horses there. I think the 4 Horizon Sealster, coming back from Mohawk, should be tough to beat for William Waugh and trainer Ted McDonald. And the 7 Smokestack, trained and driven by Guy Gagnon, who was parked out September 17th, could be her toughest rival in this field. That's an $18 Pick 5 ticket, a 20-cent edition. Again, race 5 is the first leg of the only Pick 5 sequence tonight at Rideau Carleton. The current favorite in upcoming race 5 has a tough post position to work with. It's the 8 Stomper Tom, the 4-year-old gelded son of Whelan and Dealin, the half-sibling to Tyrone Bowtie, a 1-time winner this year. He had a much better season last year. Sometimes the 4-year-old season is tough. Sometimes these horses are taking on older, more experienced horses. That's not the case for Stomper Tom in this field, where he's up against mostly 3-year-olds, with the exception of the 4 Wished Tell Me, the 9-year-old gelding. Stomper Tom in line to Guy Gagnon for trainer Mike Armstrong. I don't know about his chances here. He made a break on the first turn September 24th for Marie-Claude Auger and seems to be going through a lot of drivers this year. So we'll see if Guy Gagnon can get Stomper Tom back to the winner's circle. He is the 3-2 favorite from post 8 in race 5. Glenn Pearson going to the 3 here. Chick-Chock Rose. He links a 6 Southwind Max second, then the 5 Greenleaf third, the 7 Flash Me Some Green fourth. Then he's going to the 8 Stomper Tom after that. My top choice is the 5 Greenleaf. This one and Melanie Plourde took back to 5th along the pylons off the gate last Wednesday on a class jump and got boxed in as Kinder Kahina came first over near the half. Greenleaf looked loaded with trot behind a slowing Charlie Barr on the backstretch and was loose late, charging from 5th at the top of the stretch, closing wide and in the field's fastest closing quarter of 29-3. Greenleaf ran out of racetrack, 10-1. Very generous price on the 5 Greenleaf. The 3 Chick-Chock Rose, a surprising 6-1. She's making her first start since September 14th when she was in a stake final at Hippodrome 3R. She's got post relief from Marie-Claude Auger. Chick-Chock Rose was 3rd over 6th at the half in pursuit of the pace-setting Miche Charm and the pocket-sitting Greenleaf in the latest start. Chick-Chock Rose was gapping cover on the final turn and has 4 seasonal Rideau wins for Marie-Claude Auger. The 1 Kinder Kahina at 7-1 is interesting too. Kinder Kahina is William Waugh's choice over Wish You'd Tell Me and raced single file 5th to the opening quarter in Wednesday's Rideau debut. Kinder Kahina tipped first over at the half and was gapping cover on the final turn but flying wide late. The race 5 trotters are coming on track for the post parade. And the race 5 trotters are non-winners of $30,000 lifetime. Fillies and mares, $37,500 lifetime. Also eligible, non-winners of $900 per start in their last 10. They race for a purse of $7,000. One is Kinder Kahina, owned by trainer Denitsa Petrova of Melbourne, Quebec. William Waugh drives. 2 is Wildfire Blue Chip, owned by Dunya Lovrenovic of Gatineau, Quebec, trained and driven by Phil Reed. 3 is Chick-Chock Rose, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation, as well as trainer-driver Marie-Claude Auger and Ariane Girard, all of Quebec. 4 is Wish You'd Tell Me, owned and trained by Gerard Vaillancourt of Kemptville, Ontario. Stéphane Pouliot drives. 5 is Greenleaf, owned by Écurie Largo, Incorporated of Notre-Dame-de-Lourdes, Quebec, trained by Pierre-Marc Longpré. Melanie Plourde drives. 6 is Southwind Mac, owned and trained by Jeremy Marcotte of Notre-Dame-de-la-Paix, Quebec. Robert Shepard drives. 7 is Flash Me Some Green, owned by trainer Benoit Hébert, along with Léa Rose Laverne, both of Papineauville, Quebec. Pascal Berube drives. And completing this field from post 8, it's the current 2-1 favorite Stomper Tom, owned by Wade and Philippe Toussignon of Cardinal, Ontario, trained by Mike Armstrong. Guy Gagnon drives. That's your field of 8 trotters for upcoming race 5. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, Pick 5, and Pick 3 wagering. Again, this is the only Pick 5 sequence of the card tonight. We're zooming in on Stomper Tom, the favorite, despite having a very tough post position to work with. He's a 4-year-old taking on a field of mainly younger rivals. 1 win in 25 starts this season. He is moving down the class ladder, having raced in the preferred handicap here September 17th, finishing 4th behind Tyrone Bowtie. He's been picking up checks in a lot of starts, but on the class drop on the 24th, he did make a break on the first turn, so I'm a little hesitant to use him on top of my ticket, particularly from post 8. But tonight has been a night of some surprises, so he may be able to overcome post 8, even with no scratches to the inside. That's the 2-1 favorite, Stomper Tom. Number 7, Flash Me Some Green is 6-1 right now. He cleared Southwind Mac on the first turn Wednesday and led 2 and beyond the half. He matched strides with the first over winner Southwind Mac along the backstretch and got collared in the final strides by that rival, who had an inside post advantage and pocket ride that will be tough to duplicate from tonight's post. Southwind Mac moving out to post 6 tonight. He's a 2-1. Morning line choice for Robert Shepard and Jeremy Marcotte. But the 7, Flash Me Some Green, had post 6 last week and was a good second, half a length behind Southwind Mac. Flash Me Some Green, a 5-time winner this season. And the only other horse in this field who can claim that in upcoming race 5 is number 3, Chick Chalk Rose. Currently at odds of 4-1. They'll be lining up shortly for race 5. There's continued 2-1 support for number 8, Stomper Tom, in this first leg of the one and only pick 5 this evening. Morning line favorite, number 6, Southwind Mac, just went by for Robert Shepard, tossing his head a little bit. Starter has called the field for race 5. If you haven't got your pick 5 ticket, there's still a little time while these trotters go behind the gate. It's the only pick 5 this evening here at Rideau Carleton. Good luck in your wagers. The trotters are gradually gathering for the start. 1 is Kinder Kahina for William Waugh. 2, Wildfire Blue Chip, Phil Reed. 3, Chick Chalk Rose, now the 7-2 co-favorite for Marie-Claude Auger. 4 is Wish You'd Tell Me, Stéphane Pouliot. 5, Greenleaf, Melanie Plourde. 6, Southwind Mac for Robert Shepard. 7, Flash Me Some Green, Pascal Berube. And from outside, post 8, Stomper Tom for Guy Gagnon, the 7-2 co-favorite at the moment. Starting gate is on the turn and headed on to the Rideau Carleton backstretch for the start of race 5 and our pick 5. The trotters are all lined up and quickly approaching the start. And they're off and trotting and putting in some steps there. It looked like Flash Me Some Green, a little rough gated, taken to the back. Moving on to take charge, it's Wish You'd Tell Me for Stéphane Pouliot up front, just ahead of Chick Chalk Rose, inheriting the pocket. Caught wide in third, racing first over early, Southwind Mac for Robert Shepard. Continuing on, moving up the cones into fourth, and stepping out to come second over from fourth, Kinder Kahina for William Waugh. draw to the opening quarter, 29-1 for this group, now led by Southwind Mac and Robert Shepard out there by a good 3 lengths ahead of next closest, Wish You'd Tell Me. In third, Chick Chalk Rose. Fourth, Kinder Kahina, who steps out now to come first over out of fourth. Following that cover, second over from fifth, Flash Me Some Green back in the hunt. Caught in third from last, that's Stomper Tom as the field circles around the turn. At the back, the last two are Greenleaf and Trailer Wildfire Blue Chip. Past the half in 1 minute and 1/5. It's still Southwind Mac in command by 2 lengths. Stalking from the pocket, Wish You'd Tell Me. First over along the backstretch and continuing to gain ground. That's Kinder Kahina racing third on the outside. Caught in fourth, Chick Chalk Rose. Second over now into fifth and advancing for Pascal Berube. Flash Me Some Green. Still caught in third from last, Stomper Tom. And building up from the back of the field, Wildfire Blue Chip swinging late past 3/4, 129-1. As they turn for home, it's Southwind Mac up front by 4 widening lengths. Robert Shepard confident as Chick Chalk Rose gets up for place behind Southwind Mac. Finishing third, Kinder Kahina, 158-4. Southwind Mac was able to take early command and hold on for the rest of the mile in a 158-4 going away victory. That's his 4th win of the season. Chick Chalk Rose showing some late trot there, getting up for place. And Kinder Kahina, good once again with another show finish. Unofficial top 4 finishers are now shown for race 5. Getting the 5-1 victory, number 6, Southwind Mac for Robert Shepard. Second was the 3, Chick Chalk Rose, who was closing well for place. 1, Kinder Kahina, was third ahead of 4, Wish You'd Tell Me, the 9-year-old. 6-3-1-4 in race 5. Please hold all tickets. Now back in the Rideau Carleton winner's circle, it's unofficial race 5 winner number 6, Southwind Mac, a 3-year-old bay gelding by Wallner out of Mimosa, Hanover, owned and trained by Jeremy Marcotte of Notre Dame de la Paix. Quebec, bred by Southwind Farms, LLC, Pennington, New Jersey. Robert Shepard with the driving win. That's a 4th career win for Southwind Mac. 158 and 4, a confident front-end victory in race 5. And race 5 is now official. Prices are now posted for race 5, where number 6, Southwind Mac, returns $12.90. The $2.63 exactor will get back to the $1 pick 3, 236, 3 of 3, $532.45. $1,534.11 if you went 4 of 4 in the early pick 4. That exactor, $43.80 for the 6-3 combination, $182 even for the $1 triactor, $794.40 for that superfecta. The 20-cent pick 4, $1,534.11, 3-2-3-6, the winning early pick 4. The race 5 rundown is now displayed. Number 1, Kinder Kahina was 3rd, 2, Wildfire Blue Chip 7th, 3, Chick Chalk Rose 2nd, 4, Wish You'd Tell Me 4th, 5, Greenleaf 8th, 6, Southwind Mac, the race winner for Robert Shepard, 7, Flash Me Some Green finished 6th, and the 5-2 favorite At the Last Flash, Stomper Tom, was 5th. From the top down, your program should read 3-7-2-4-8-1-6-5. The fractions 29 and 1, 1 minute and 1/5, 129 and 1, 158 and 4 for Southwind Mac. Race 6 is coming up next. It's our final pick 4 opening leg. And this field is scratched down to 8. Better hold on tight. Number 8 is a judge's scratch. The also eligible does not draw in, so Shadow Dave not a part of this field. back on the pace in race 6 with Exactor Triactor, late pick 4, and super high 5 wagering. It's been a little bit of a struggle tonight. There's been horses giving away some strong form with some of the body language on track, I've noticed. Saskabush Steve in race 1 looking very eager, and Southwind Mac as well looking very happy and eager to go behind the gate in race 5. So it's always good to watch them tonight. They're giving away their game. So in this pick 4, the last of the card, I've tried to keep it inexpensive. $6 ticket, 20-cent pick 4. I've just used all of my high 5 horses here in the first leg, race 6. In race 7, I'm singling Nevermind from post 2. This one on a 4-race win streak. In race 8, going with 3 of these top mares, number 6 Tamara Hanover, as well as the 2 Dial Me Up and the 3 Beach Journey. And in race 9, the last of the night, I think it's between the 4 Horizon Sealster on her return from Mohawk for William Waugh and Ted McDonald, and the 7 Smokestack for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. That one parked out in his latest start here, September 17th. If you're playing the late pick 4, take note in race 7, number 5, Wasting No Time, has a bridle change. Remove Murphy Blind left on the 5, Wasting No Time in race 7. In race 8, number 4, Latte Sealster goes blind to blinkers. In race 7, actually, the 5 is also going open to blinkers. That's Wasting No Time in race 7, open to blinkers, and remove Murphy Blind left. As mentioned in race 8, number 4, Latte Sealster, blind to blinkers. And in race 9, the only change is the scratch of number 6, Anna's Wish, a judge's scratch, and the also eligible does not draw in. The pacers are coming on track for the race 6 post parade. Here come the race 6 pacers. For the post parade, they're $8,500 claimers, racing for a purse of $5,600. The field is scratched down to 8. Number 1 is Surat Hanover, owned and trained by Denis Maisonneuve of Gatineau, Quebec. Pascal Berube drives. Two is Bad Apple, owned by Léa Rose Laverne of Papineauville, Quebec. Trained by Benoit Hubert. Stéphane Pouliot drives. 3 is Trident Sealster, owned and trained by Barry Treen of Spencerville, Ontario. Mike Healy drives. 4 is the Colt, owned by trainer Gord Lee of Odessa, Ontario, along with Mackenzie Lee of Amherst View, Ontario. William Waugh is in the sulky. 5 is Mickey Makes Some Speed, the free-legged pacer, owned by Jamie Copley of Kenmore and Kimberly Eaton of Brockville, Ontario, with Wayne Hutt of Morrisburg, Ontario. Trained by Mandy Archer, Guy Gagnon drives. He's the 3-5 favorite. 6 is Lady for Dollar, owned by trainer John McMillan of Odessa, Ontario. Marie-Claude Auger in the bike. 7 is Midnight Mood, owned by Jamie and Sonia Johnson of Edwards, Ontario. Trained by Jamie Johnson, Robert Shepard looks to go back-to-back. Number 8, Better Hold On Tight, is a judge's scratch. And from trailing post 9, it's the 14-year-old Silverado, owned and trained by Wayne LaViolette of Dunrobin, Ontario, with Ryan Guy driving. That's your field of 8 pacers in upcoming race 6 with exactor triactor, super high 5, and late pick 4 wagering. Good luck with your selections. It's been an interesting night so far. The favorites have been having some issues tonight. So we're looking at the current 4-5 favorite in upcoming race 6, which is the first leg of the final pick 4 of the night. The free-legged pacer, number 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed, teaming up with driver Guy Gagnon for the 3rd time in his career. They're winless together, but did not miss the board in the previous 2 tries, most recently April 27th. Mickey Makes Some Speed is returning to the frontier in his 2nd start for Mandy Archer. He's the 4-5 favorite from post 5. Mickey Makes Some Speed. Late in the season with a 14-year-old pacer who faces mandatory retirement in the new year. I think Silverado, a strong player here. He's in the top 3 for both Glenn and myself, and 5-1. Silverado was first off the gate Wednesday, allowed Lady for Dollar to take charge early, and then collared Lady for Dollar in the final strides. And Silverado was getting good at this time last year with back-to-back wins for Ryan Guy on October 8th and 15th of 2024. Glenn Pearson going to the 6 here on top of the ticket. Lady for Dollar, who cut the fractions last Wednesday for Marie-Claude Auger, only to get stung by the pocket-sitting Silverado at the wire. I have the 1 on top, 7-1, Surratt Hanover. His most recent win was on the front end, August 17th at a lower classification for Pascal Berube back in the bike here. Surratt Hanover was second to Wall Street Bell at a higher claiming level in their latest start together, September 7th, and he's got the rail advantage. Glenn has the 9, Silverado second. I'm using him 3rd. I think Mickey Makes Some Speed makes sense here. He's second in my ticket, and given the way things are going tonight, I would tend to box those top 3. Glenn is going to number 7, Midnight Mood, 3rd in the ticket. He's shown strong form recently and was a winner for Robert Shepard from an inside post at this level September 17th. Glenn likes the 3, Trident Sealster to complete the superfecta. I'm going to 4, the Colt, in that spot. The Colt racing 4th over from last along the backstretch last Wednesday and tipping 3 wide on the final turn, coming home widest and fastest for show. 28-2 last quarter. And again, note that this is not a superfecta race. This is the high 5 race. So you need to pick the top 5 in order here. There's no superfecta in race 6. The starter has called the field. This is your last chance tonight to play the pick 4 at Rideau Carleton, home of the prices this Wednesday night, as Brad and Uncle Turfy have pointed out. Pacers are lining up. 1 is Surratt Hanover for Pascal Berube. 2, Bad Apple, Stéphane Pouliot. 3, Trident Sealster for Mike Healy. 4, the Colt, William Waugh. 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed, 3-5 current favorite for Guy Gagnon. 6, Lady for Dollar, Marie-Claude Auger. 7, Midnight Mood for Robert Shepard on the outside. 8, Better Hold On Tight is Scratch. The trailer is 9, Silverado for Ryan Guy. Starting gate is on the backstretch. They're all in line with 1 behind. And they're off and pacing. Surratt Hanover leaving from the rail for Pascal Berube, drawing alongside early. Mickey Makes Some Speed, and Guy Gagnon sticking ahead in front. From 3rd, that's Bad Apple. 2nd over into 4th early. Midnight Mood advancing and now dropping back into single file 4th as Mickey Makes Some Speed clears Surratt Hanover to take charge en route to the opening quarter. Gapping in 3rd now, that's Bad Apple. It's going to be a quick enough opening quarter of 27-2. And this field is now led by Mickey Make Some Speed coming down the stretch the first time. A length back in second, Surratt Hanover. It's about 3 lengths back to Bad Apple racing third. First over from fourth, here comes Midnight Mood. Following him in fifth, that's Trident Sealster. And then Silverado is third from last, getting underway. Third over from the back of the field, past the half, Lady for Dollar, and caught in second last. Nowhere to go for the Colt. This field past the half in 56-2, a 29 even second quarter. They're still led by Mickey Make Some Speed, with Surratt Hanover sitting the pocket, and Midnight Mood steadily gaining ground first over. He's up into third, now second outside of Surratt Hanover as they head past 3 quarters in 1:24-4. Mickey Make Some Speed finding speed for Guy Gagnon tonight. Bottled up third along the cones. That's still Surratt Hanover. Continuing on, first over in second. Midnight Mood gearing up for the stretch drive. And it's still Mickey Make Some Speed leading the way up the inside. Late Surratt Hanover is turning it on for Berube. Surratt Hanover gets the upset over Mickey Make Some Speed, the Colt, and Midnight Mood. 155 flat. Mickey Make Some Speed looking every bit the strong favorite on the front end for Guy Gagnon, but pulling the upset with the late move up the passing lane. Surratt Hanover delivers for Pascal Berube in race 6. The unofficial top 5 are now posted for race 6. The race winner at odds of 7-1, number 1, Surratt Hanover, 4-year-old bay gelding by Art Speak out of Sweet Beholder. Owned and trained by Denis Maisonneuve of Gatineau, Quebec, bred by Hanover Shoe Farms Incorporated of Hanover, Pennsylvania. That's the second driving win of the night for Pascal Berube. Congratulations, win number 3 of the year. And a new lifetime mark for Surratt Hanover, 155 flat. Finishing second was 1-2 favorite, number 5, Mickey Make Some Speed, ahead of 7, Midnight Mood, third at 30-1. 4, the Colt was 4th, and 9, Silverado, 5th, completing the high 5, 15749 unofficially in race 6. Please hold all tickets. Race 6 is now official. Prices are posted for race 6. Number 1, Surratt Hanover returns $17.30 to win. The $2.15 exactor pays $58.40. It's $327.70 for the $1 triactor, $157. And the 20-cent super high five, $157.49, returns $1,669.84. The race 6 rundown is now posted. Number 1, Surratt Hanover. The second driving win of the card for Pascal Berube and a new lifetime mark tonight. 2, Bad Apple ended up 7th. 3, Trident Sailster was 6th. 4, The Colt was 4th. 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed, second as beaten 1-2 favorite. 6, Lady for Dollar was 8th. 7, Midnight Mood, a good third at 30-1. 8, Better Hold On Tight was a judge's scratch, and 9, Silverado closed for 5th. From the top down, your program should read 1764283 scratch 5. The fractions 27 and 2, 56 and 2, 124 and 4, 155 flat for Surratt Hanover. Race 7 is coming up next. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and Late Pick 3 wagering. If you're doing well tonight, congratulations. It's been a night of upsets. I'm happy to be on the board anyway with Surratt Hanover, a top choice in race 6. And we're moving on to race 7, where the betting public, Glenn and myself, have all found number 2, Never Mind. Very tough to go against here. He's the 1-9 favorite, riding the wave of a 4-race win streak at this track. And he's a 5-time winner this season. Guy Gagnon back in the bike on that Mandy Archer trainee who, no matter how you slice it, is incredibly hard to go against in upcoming race 7. Glenn and I both have the 6 CrossFit as the next closest rival, a 6-time winner this season, Marie-Claude Auger. his regular driver, and Vic Putty, the trainer on CrossFit. 4 wins last season. He's having an even better year this year with 6 victories. Glenn likes number 7 Cadillac in the show spot for Stéphane Pouliot and Alain Martin. I'm using Mask of Zorro third for Pascal Berube and Benoit Hébert. But everybody, double-digit odds because of the strength of the two. Never mind right now. The horse to beat in upcoming race 7. I would keep in mind that one of them in this field has some equipment changes, going open to blinkers and removing the Murphy blind left on 5, wasting no time. He has 2 wins this season. Ryan Guy is driving him tonight. He's a little bit of a puzzle. Sometimes he has been quite good this season at this track. And the bridle change, something to take a look at as he goes past in the post parade. Number 5, wasting no time. Check out how he responds to that. Ryan Guy in the bike for the last 3 starts for wasting no time. He hasn't been able to hit the board at this level in the last 2 starts, September 10th and 17th at Rideau Carleton. The race 7 pacers, I should say trotters, are coming towards the track now for the post parade. Just a reminder, this Saturday night in the Trackside Simulcast Lounge, it's a jackpot of $300 in Tammy Forgey's free-to-play, on-track only handicapping contest. You must be on track to enter, on track to collect your winnings. If you're the lucky and or talented handicapper who can take down Tammy's contest this Saturday evening. Here come the race 7 trotters, $12,000, $15,000, and $18,000 claimers. Also eligible non-winners of $2,000 in their last 5 starts who draw with the $12,000 claimers. They race for a purse of $7,800. Number 1 is Mask of Zorro, owned and trained by Benoit Hébert of Papineauville, Quebec, who shares ownership with Eric Lafleur of L'Ange Gardienne, Quebec. Pascal Berube drives. Two is the 1-9 current favorite, Nevermind, owned by Jamie Copley of Kenmore, Ontario, trained by Mandy Archer. Guy Gagnon drives. 3 is Synergy S, owned by Sylvain Lacaille of Saint-Paul-de-Joliette, Quebec, trained by Kelly Duval Lacaille. Robert Shepard drives. 4 is The Magic of Life, owned, trained, and driven by Danielle Duluth of Saint-Martin, Quebec. 5 is Wasting No Time, owned and trained by Yannick Martel of L'Assomption, Quebec. Ryan Guy is in the bike. Note the bridle change on Wasting No Time, going open bridle to blinkers and removing Murphy blind left. 6 is CrossFit, owned by Gordon McDonald of Ontario with Christopher Boland of Newfoundland, trained by Vic Putty. Marie-Claude Auger is in the sulky. And on the outside, number 7, Cadillac, owned by Michel Grenier of Gatineau, Quebec, trained by Alain Martin and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. That's your field of 7 trotters for upcoming race 7, exactor, triactor, superfecta, and late pick 3 wagering. We're zooming in on the 1 to 5 favorite. He looks fantastic, almost moving like a pacer out there. 1 to 5 favorite from post 2, Never Mind, looking to extend his win streak to 5 straight. He won going away for Robert Shepard last Wednesday, and now he's reunited with Guy Gagnon on board for the first 3 wins in the win streak. He's been almost impossible to reel in on the front end. Number 2, Never Mind. He's very difficult to play against, and he's a top selection for both Glenn and myself, the 2 Never Mind. The others who might have a shot would be the 6, CrossFit, for Marie-Claude Auger, who came first over from last at 3/4 last Wednesday and nearly caught Cadillac for place in deep stretch, coming home in the field's fastest closing quarter of 28 and 4. CrossFit is Marie-Claude Auger's choice over Synergy S. And CrossFit, it should be noted, is still the winningest of this field, this meet, although not at this level. The 1, Mask of Zorro, was first to the front last Wednesday, but got momentarily rough-gated before backpedaling to third behind the pace-setting Cadillac and Never Mind. 4 wins and missed by a head or less 3 times in 35 prior Rideau starts for Pascal Berube over his career. His most recent victory was at a lower classification for Robert Shepard on August 27th. That's the 1, Mask of Zorro. 7, Cadillac and Stéphane Pouliot led to the opening quarter last Wednesday, stretching out Never Mind as he gradually made front past that point. Cadillac was gapping in the pocket at the top of the stretch as Never Mind drew away for the 4th straight win. 7 to 1 from post 7 here, Cadillac. Still time to play the late pick 3 as the race 7 trotters get ready to line up. The starter has just called the field. The trotters are going behind the gate, led by 1, Mask of Zorro for Pascal Berube. Here comes the 2, Never Mind for Guy Gagnon. 3 is Synergy S, Robert Shepard. 4, The Magic of Life, Danielle Dulude. 5, Wasting No Time, Ryan Guy. 6, CrossFit, Marie-Claude Auger. And on the outside, 7, Cadillac, Stéphane Pouliot. They're all in line, but on a break, The Magic of Life. Starting gate is circling onto the Rideau Carleton backstretch, but on the run at the back of the field. Number 4, The Magic of Life. The rest are quickly approaching the start for race 7. And they're off and trotting. A strong start for all except The Magic of Life, leaving from The middle of the inside horses, that's Nevermind, surging out ahead of Mask of Zorro, but faster than him to the front, Cadillac for Stefan Pouliot, quickly opening up on the front end by a couple of lengths, but chasing him early. Nevermind is first over in second for Guy Gagnon, now following from third along the pylons, Mask of Zorro, just ahead of Synergy S to the opening quarter, still working his way to the front. He hasn't landed on the lead yet. It's Nevermind now touching down in front of the grandstand to take charge for Guy Gagnon past the 28-3 opening panel. Cadillac in the pocket. Then it's Mask of Zorro, followed by Synergy S in fourth. First over, moving up into fifth on the outside. That's CrossFit for Marie-Claude Auger on the turn. Getting the shuffle back behind that one to sixth, wasting no time and trying to catch the field after the early miscue. The Magic of Life. This field reached the half in 58-4, 30-1 second panel. Up front, still in charge. It's Nevermind, keeping ahead of the pocket riding Cadillac. On the outside, moving up into third. That's CrossFit. Continuing on, getting a shuffle back to fourth, Mask of Zorro. Fifth, behind them on the inside, Synergy S, and second over from second last. That's wasting no time. 127-3 at three quarters, and it's still Nevermind in charge for Guy Gagnon as he opens up on the front end, trying to catch him late. The pocket sitting Cadillac and CrossFit on the outside, also surging late up the inside, Mask of Zorro, but it's too late. 5 straight wins for Nevermind. Mask of Zorro was second. It looked like CrossFit third and Cadillac fourth. 157-1. The AGCO judges are looking into whether For the Magic of Life had reached the fair start pole at the start of race 7. No question about the two. Nevermind coming through to capture race 7 over Mask of Zorro. And it was actually Cadillac third ahead of CrossFit, who was fourth at the finish of this 157-1 mile. Once again, the inquiry that is posted is about whether For the Magic of Life, who was off stride before the start, had received a fair start. The question of whether he made the break before reaching the fair start pole and whether he received a fair start in race 7. The AGCO judges are looking at that footage now. That doesn't affect our top 4. The 1-9 favorite, number 2, Nevermind, got his 5th straight win. And Guy Gagnon's first driving win of the night. That's unusual to say at this point in the card. Number 1, Mask of Zorro, closing impressively up the inside path for place. It was 7, Cadillac, with a pocket ride, holding on for show ahead of the first over, CrossFit from post 6. Who finished 4th. 2-1-7-6 in race 7 unofficially. Please hold all tickets. What a nice trotter back in the winner's circle now after his 5th consecutive win at Rideau Carleton. That's number 2, Nevermind, a 12-year-old bay gelding by Muscle Mass out of Ashland, CR. Owned by Jamie Copley of Kenmore, Ontario. Bred by J.J. Geddes and J.B. Geddes of Canterbury, New Zealand. He deserves those claps. Nevermind, trained by Mandy Archer Driven to victory once again by Guy Gagnon. Win number 6 of the season, 157-1. Never mind, an unstoppable force in 5 straight. The AGCO judges have just let me know that number 4, The Magic of Life, did receive a fair start in race 7. He was off stride early, but he had reached the fair start pole and is considered a starter in race 7. The Magic of Life did receive a fair start in race 7. Race 7 is now official. Prices are posted for race 7, where number 2, Never Mind, returns $2.10 to win. The $2 exactor 2-1 pays $5.30. It's $10.55 for the $1 triactor 2-1-7. The $1 pick 3 ending here, 6-1-2 combination, 3 of 3, $127.55. Another good pick 4 for 20 cents. That pick 4, 3-6-1-2, 4 of 4 pays $238.03. The $1 superfecta, $22 even. The race 7 rundown is now posted. 1, Mask of Zorro, closed for place. 1-9 favorite number 2, Never Mind, got Guy Gagnon his first driving win of the night in his 5th consecutive win. 3, Synergy S was 6th. 4, The Magic of Life was 7th after the early break. 5, Wasting No Time, 5th. 6, CrossFit was 4th. And 7, Cadillac, 3rd. From the top down, your program should read 216753. The The fractions 28 and 3, 58 and 4, 127 and 3, 157 and 1. Never mind. Race 8 is coming up next. Just a reminder, we only have 9 races tonight, so that's why there's a late double offered here in Race 8, as well as exactor, triactor, and superfecta wagering. There's an equipment change on the 4 in this field. On the 18-1 Latte Sealster, she's going from blind bridle to blinkers tonight. But Glenn and myself are both looking at the 6 to keep her win streak alive. Back-to-back wins at this classification for Tamara Hanover and driver Robert Shepard. The Mandy Archer trainee has 13 wins this season, taking a seasonal and lifetime mark of 152 and 3 at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The strong closer, tough to go against here. Glenn's second choice is the likely pace setter, 9-5 odds on the 3, Beach Journey, trained and driven by Guy Gagnon, who's just 2 training wins away from the 2,000th training win of his career. I like the 2 Dial Me Up for Yves Tessier and Pascal Berube in the place spot. I'm using Beach Journey third. Glenn has the 5 Putty Cat in the show spot. I've got her 4th in my superfecta. That's where Glenn is using the 1 Fireshine for William Waugh and Gerard Vaillancourt. A nice field of high-end claiming mares coming up in Race 8. Just a reminder that we're continuing to race on Wednesday and Sunday evenings through October here at Rideau Carleton, right into November. 6 p.m. post time on Wednesdays, 6:30 on Sundays. That changes in late November, and just a couple of Sunday night cards in December to wrap up the 2025 meet. And as the temperatures cool down, the picnic tables always remain popular with some who bundle up, but we have lots of indoor seating and the canteen open on race nights. Simulcasting from across North America as well, with a lot of self-serve machines so you never get shut out. And also on race nights, Mr. Lucky's available for watching, wagering, and some good food upstairs in the grandstand. The mares are coming towards the track now for the Race 8 post parade. Here come the Race 8 Pacers on post parade. They're fillies and mares, $8,500, $10,500, and $12,500 claimers. Also eligible non-winners of 2 races in 2024, 2025 who draw in with the $8,500 claimers. They race for a purse of $6,300. Number 1 is Fireshine, owned and trained by Gerard Vaillancourt of Kemptville, Ontario. William Waugh drives. Two is Dial Me Up, owned by Gina Bragagnolo, along with trainer Yves Tessier, both of Trois-Rivières, Quebec, and Lynn Bragagnolo of Carp, Ontario. Pascal Berube drives. The 6-5 current favorite is number 3, Beach Journey, owned by Écurie Guy Gagnon Incorporé and Frédéric Gagnon of Gatineau, Quebec, trained and driven by Guy Gagnon. 4 is Latte Sealster, owned and trained by Melanie Plourde of Gloucester, Ontario. Stéphane Pouliot drives, and note the bridle change on Latte Sealster, going blind to blinkers. 5 is Putty Cat, owned and trained by Luc Loyer of Gatineau, Quebec. Marie-Claude Auger drives. And completing the field from post 6, the current 6-5 favorite, Tamara Hanover, owned by Jamie Copley and Kimberly Eaton of Ontario, with the Max Webster stable of Nova Scotia. Trained by Mandy Archer, Robert Shepard is in the bike. That's your field of 6 high-end claiming mares on the pace for upcoming race 8. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and late daily double wagering. Again, we don't usually have the late double in race 8, but there are 9 races tonight, so that's why it's offered here. If you're playing the late double, take note that in race 9, number 6, Anna's Wish is a judge's scratch, and the also eligible Curious Cortez does not draw in. The only other change in the last couple of races is the bridle change on number 4, Latte Sealster, blind to blinkers. This is a nice group of mares, and Tamara Hanover is 2-1 right now, the top choice for Glenn and myself. She returns to the post position of last Wednesday's win as 1-5 favorite. Tamara Hanover took back to last off the gate for Robert Shepard and was second over from last in front of the grandstand behind the first over Putty Cat. She overtook that rival in the stretch, drawing away late in the field's fastest last quarter of 28-3. My second choice is 8-1 here, beaten 4-5 favorite number 2. Dial Me Up was first over at Hippodrome 3R, second at the half, September 21st for driver Stéphane Brosseau. Dial Me Up battled the pace-setting Lilulek to 3/4 with Mock and Blue Cheese on her outside, 3 wide along the backstretch. Dial Me Up was overtaken in deep stretch after a game fight. She took her 1:54.1 lifetime mark here on September 12th, 2024 for driver Pascal Berube. Her only 2025 victory was also for Berube on the front end on June 13th at Hippodrome 3R. She's got post relief now from post 2, Dial Me Up. 3-5 favorite at the moment is number 3, Beach Journey. She and driver Guy Gagnon were unfortunately set back to 4th on September 7th when they didn't yield the passing lane to Putty Cat. Beach Journey set the pace under steady pressure from the first over D.A. Cinnamon Crunch that mile and was overtaken in deep stretch by Tamara Hanover. She didn't miss the Rideau Carleton Exactor from August 8th through October 17th last year. That's quite an impressive stretch for the 3, Beach Journey. And the other to watch in here, 4-1 on the 5, Putty Cat, who left 3 wide last Wednesday. She was unable to clear the pace-setting Fireshine en route to a 27 flat opening quarter, but advanced uncovered from 3rd after Beauty is Blind made front past that point. Putty Cat pressed the pace along the backstretch, made front on the final turn, and got stung late by Tamara Hanover in the stretch after a game effort. However you see it, it's time to play it, including that late daily double. The starter has called the field for race 8. The mares are lining up now. 1 is Fireshine for William Waugh. 2, Dial Me Up, Pascal Berube. 3, Beach Journey, the 4-5 favorite for Guy Gagnon. 4, Latte Sealster, Stéphane Pouliot. 5, Putty Cat, Marie-Claude Auger. And on the outside, 6, Tamara Hanover for Robert Shepard. The field is on the turn, headed into the Rideau Carleton backstretch. They're rapidly approaching the start for race 8. And they're off and pacing, and right off the gate, Latte Sealster launching for Stéphane Pouliot, and she's got company to her inside. Beach Journey and Dial Me Up are both stretching her out in her attempt to make front. About 5 lengths back in 4th, that's Fireshine, followed by Tamara Hanover, and trailing the field early, Putty Cat. Up front, a battle still raging on the front end, but it looks to be settled momentarily as Latte Sealster lands on the lead past the 26-3 opening quarter, but it's hopscotch time. Beach Journey wants the front end, as she often does. Guy Gagnon sending her, and now Latte Sealster sits the pocket. First over from 3rd, Dial Me Up underway for Pascal Berube, and following that cover, second over into 4th now, Tamara Hanover is underway en route to the half. Shuffled back to second last, Fireshine, and third over from the back of the field, Putty Cat, past the 56-2 halfway clocking, 29-4 second panel, and under steady pressure on the front end. Beach Journey is trying to fight off a persistent Dial Me Up as Tamara Hanover goes 3 wide, approaching 3/4. Buried behind them along the cones in 4th, Latte Sealster, following the 3 wide, Tamara Hanover. Putty Cat also closing late. They went by 3/4 in 1:25-3. And a precarious lead for Beach Journey as they turn for home has evaporated. And now it's Tamara Hanover trying to fight off Putty Cat to the wire. Tamara Hanover under urging Putty Cat, fighting on, but good enough for place as Tamara does it again. Putty Cat second, then Beach Journey. It looked like Fireshine was 4th, 155 flat. Tamara Hanover had to dig deep against a very game Putty Cat, chasing her right to the wire for Marie-Claude Auger, as Beach Journey, the pace setter, couldn't hold off those closers any longer. They really made a race of it to the wire. Tamara Hanover coming out on top by about a half length in 155 flat. Unofficial results are now posted for the top 4 finishers in race 8. 6, Tamara Hanover went off as the 3-5 favorite at the last flash. She gets the win for driver Robert Shepard over 5, Putty Cat, who chased her right to the wire. It was close for show, and actually the 23-1 number 1, Fireshine, was able to outsprint the tiring number 3, Beach Journey, the pace setter holding on for 4th. 6-5-1-3 in race 8. Results are unofficial. Please hold all tickets. Now back in the Rideau Carleton winner's circle after her 3rd consecutive win. Number 6, Tamara Hanover, unofficial race 8 winner, a 4-year-old bay mare by Artspeak out of Transfer Hanover. Owned by Jamie Copley and Kimberly Eden of Ontario with the Max Webster Stable of Nova Scotia, bred by Hanover Shoe Farms Incorporated of Pennsylvania, trained by Mandy Archer. And that's win number 14 of the season for Tamara Hanover, in line to her regular driver, Robert Shepard, again tonight. 155 flat. The latest victory for Tamara Hanover. Congratulations. That's Robert Shepard's second driving win of the card. He was also the winner of race 5 with Southwind Mac. Race 8 is now official. Prices are posted for race 8. Number 6, Tamara Hanover, returns $3.30 to win. The $2.65 exactor pays $9.50. It's $24.65 for the 651 $1 triactor, $80.75 for the $1 superfecta, 6513. The race 8 rundown is now displayed. Number 1, Fireshine, up for show. 2, Dial Me Up, finished 6th. 3, Beach Journey was 4th. 4, Latte Sealster, 5th. 5, Putty Cat, 1 to circle for next time, finishing 2nd. Chasing, 3 to 5 favorite, number 6, Tamara Hanover, to the wire. Tamara Hanover, Robert Shepard's second driving win of the card. From the top down, your program should read 3, 6, 4, 5, 2, 1. The fractions, 26 and 3, 56 and 2, 125 and 3, 155 flat. Tamara Hanover, win number 14 of the season. Race 9 is coming up. It's the last of tonight's card. Exactor, triactor, and super high 5 wagering. The 6, Anna's Wish, is a judge's scratch. This Cortez does not draw in. Race 9 on the pace, as John McMillan would say, the Robbie D'Alessandro pace.
Whether you're looking for a night out, trying to catch the hottest show, or if you're just feeling lucky. Hard Rock Ottawa is the place to be.
Lots going on throughout the week here at Rideau Carleton and Hard Rock Ottawa, the casino and restaurants next door. Lots of musical performances. You'll want to check out their schedule. Always plenty going on there. And we have simulcast wagering throughout the week here on the racetrack side. Our simulcast lounge, a great place to take in races from across North America. Check it out, especially Saturday nights with the $300 jackpot this Saturday evening in the Trackside Simulcast Lounge. Tammy Forgey's free-to-play, on-track only handicapping contest. We're looking at the race 9 selections now. Glenn Pearson going to number 9, well worth the wait for Pascal Berube and Brian Scott. This one moving to the second tier after a 5th place finish September 21st against some serious competition. I Am a Rocket, the winner of that race. No shame in finishing 5th in that 150 and 2 mile by I Am a Rocket. I have the 4 on top here, Horizon Sealster, the 4-year-old Better's Delight mare, coming back from Woodbine Mohawk Park, where she was 4th for J.R. Plant on September 26th. She has 8 wins this season and a lifetime mark of 153 flat taken here at Rideau Carleton. So I like her chances, 5-2, fair price. Glenn is going to number 3, Bayfield Beach in the place spot. I have the current 3-5 favorite there, number 7, Smokestack for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon, a 4-time winner this season. Glenn has Smokestack, 3rd in his ticket. Then he's going to the 5, Time to Dancing, 4th. And it looks like he had Anna's Wish somewhere in his high 5. That's why he's got 4 numbers displayed and not 5. The 6, Anna's Wish, is a judge's scratch here. The also eligible Curious Cortez does not draw in. I have the 1, Mr. John, 3rd in my ticket. Then I'm going to the 5, Time to Dancing, and 9, Well Worth the Wait to complete my high 5 in upcoming race 9, our final race of the night, with exactor, triactor, and super high 5 wagering. Good luck with your selections. Pacers are coming on track now for the race 9 post parade. And the Race 9 Post Parade is on track. These Pacers are non-winners of $950 per start in their last 10 or in 2025. Allowances for fillies and mares. The purse is $7,500. It's a field scratch down to 8. Number 6, Anna's Wish, is a judge's scratch. The also eligible does not go. Number 1 is Mr. John, racing with Lasix tonight for owner-trainer Alain Filion of Sherbrooke, Quebec. Robert Shepard drives. 2 is Woodmere Gaelic, owned by Melanie Leach of Richmond, Ontario. Trained by Steve Bellil. Ryan Guy is in the bike. 3 is Bayfield Beach, owned by Gordon MacDonald of Ontario, with Christopher Boland of Newfoundland, Howmac Farms Limited, Prince Edward Island, and Limco Incorporated, Quebec. Vic Putty trains, Marie-Claude Auger drives. 4 is the current 6-5 favorite Horizon Sealster, owned by Julia Ferguson, Lloyd Stone, Coral Bailey, and Sean Vino of Ontario. Trained by Ted McDonald, William Waugh drives. 5 is Time to Dancing, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation of Gloucester, Ontario. Trained and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. 6, Anna's Wish, is a judge's scratch. 7 is Smokestack, owned by Michel Letarte of Boucherville, Quebec, with Brett Lester of Fergus, Ontario. Trained and driven by Guy Gagnon. From Post 8, it's Cyclone Joe, owned by Sylvain Lacaille of Saint-Paul-de-Joliette, Quebec. Trained by Kelly Duval Lacaille and driven by Mike Healy. Completing this field from trailing Post 9, Well Worth the Wait, owned by Catherine and Lauren Scott of Brinston, Ontario. Trained by Brian Scott, Pascal Berube drives. Also eligible, Curious Cortez does not go. That's your field for race 9, scratch down to 8 pacers, exactor, triactor, and super high 5 wagering. We're zooming in on number 4, Horizon Sealster. I went up to watch her at Woodbine Mohawk Park, and she looked good there. She fit, but she looks even better here. 9-5 favorite, and wow, does she look sharp. She closed for 4th in the fastest individual mile of her life at Mohawk on September 26th, pacing a 1:52 flat mile over that 7/8 mile track. She's got post and class relief here with her regular driver back in the bike, William Waugh. 9-5, the price on the current favorite, number 4, Horizon Sealster. Number 7, Smokestack, was taking some early money. He was a winner at this level September 10th for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. Smokestack was second over from last off the gate September 17th, found the pylons before the opening quarter, and advanced first over in front of the grandstand. He got parked first over in second along the backstretch in pursuit of Sports Activator and began to retreat past 3/4. So a tough trip for Smokestack in his latest. He's 3-1 right now from post 7. The post is a little less challenging after the scratch of number 6, Anna's Wish. 3-1 on Smokestack. I'd pay some attention to the 1 here as well at odds of 5-1. Mr. John is Robert Shepard's choice over Anna's Wish and Cyclone Joe. Mr. John was 3rd to Horizon Sealster and Sports Activator for Robert Shepard at this level September 3rd. And impressively, Mr. John was 3rd to the Lightspeed and Self-Made September 14th in the Hippodrome 3R Invitational. Some class relief and rail advantage for number 1, Mr. John, back on Lasix here as well. The 5, Time to Dancing, at odds of 7-1, is also getting some class relief. He had 2 2025 wins, both from the Rideau Carleton Rail on May 4th and September 7th at lower classifications for Stéphane Pouliot. He closed in the field's co-fastest last quarter of 28-3 on September 21st in a field where everyone was within 3 1/3 lengths of winner Logan Behold at the wire. That's number 5, Time to Dancing. 9, Well Worth the Wait, is Pascal Berube's choice over Woodmere Gaelic and took a 1:53-4 lifetime mark here September 14th on the front end for Brett McDonald. The starter has called the field for race 9. This is our last of the night, the Robbie D'Alessandro pace. Thanks again to all who watched and wagered tonight. We hope you're back with us on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. post time. The field is lining up for race 9. 1 is Mr. John for Robert Shepard. 2, Woodmere Gaelic, Ryan Guy. 3, Bayfield Beach, Marie-Claude Auger. 4, Horizon Sealster, the 6-5 favorite for William Waugh. 5, Time to Dancing, Stéphane Pouliot. 6, Anna's Wish is a judge's scratch. 7 is Smokestack for Guy Gagnon. On the outside, 8, Cyclone Joe for Mike Healy. And the trailer is 9, Well Worth the Wait for Pascal Berube. The field is on the backstretch, all lined up with one behind and approaching the start. They're off and pacing, pushing the gate away. Horizon Sealster and Bayfield Beach also leaving from the inside. Mr. John, they're 3 high early and followed in 4th by Well Worth the Wait, gapping slightly. The battle continues as Mr. John drops out and sits 3rd now, and it's Bayfield Beach battling the first over Horizon Sealster to the opening quarter. William Waugh puts the mare on the lead at the opening quarter of 27-2, and now Horizon Sealster leads the way down the stretch just ahead of Bayfield Beach, about a length and a half back in 2nd. Mr. John is 3rd, tighter from 4th, Well Worth the Wait. In 5th, Woodmere Gaelic. 6th, Time to Dancing. 7th, Smokestack looking to the outside and trailing the field, Cyclone Joe. They head around the second turn, and it's Horizon Sealster reaching the half first in 56-3, and she's keeping ahead of Bayfield Beach, who sits the pocket. From 3rd, it's still Mr. John. And 4th, it's still Well Worth the Wait. On the outside, further back, outside of 5th place, Woodmere Gaelic. It's Time to Dancing underway first over, going 3 wide around that stalling cover. Smokestack trying to get something going as Horizon Sealster reaches 3/4 first in 1:24-3. Horizon Sealster keeping ahead of pocket-sitting Bayfield Beach, who looms the danger. And 3rd place, Mr. John, yet to leave the pylons as they turn for home. Here comes the showdown. It's Horizon Sealster and William Waugh trying to fight off Bayfield Beach. Horizon Sealster reaching gamely for the wire for the win over Bayfield Beach. Mr. John, Well Worth the Wait, was 4th, 1:53-1. Closers have been doing well tonight, and Horizon Sealster had to face a good one as Bayfield Beach left the pocket to come at her late. But Horizon Sealster able to hold on for her 9th win of the season, 1:53-1, just a 1/5 of a second from equaling her lifetime best in race 9. The unofficial top 5 order of finish is now posted for race 9 at odds of 2-5 at the last flash. Number 4, Horizon Sealster gets the win for driver William Waugh. 3, Bayfield Beach, a game second. 1, Mr. John holds on for show ahead of 9, Well Worth the Wait, 4th at odds of 25-1, and 7, Smokestack completing the high 5. 4-3-1-9-7 in race 9. Results are unofficial. Please hold all tickets. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton winner's circle once again. It's unofficial race 9 winner, number 4, Horizon Sealster, a 4-year-old bay mare by Bettor's Delight out of Hope and Faith. Owned by Julia Ferguson, Lloyd Stone, Coral Bailey, and Sean Vino of Ontario. Bred by Sealster Farms Incorporated of Lucan, Ontario. Trained by Ted McDonald. Driven to victory by William Waugh. That's win number 9 of the season. 153-1. A fifth of a second from equaling her lifetime mark. Congratulations to official race 9 winner, Horizon Sealster and Connections. Prices are posted for race 9. Number 4, Horizon Sealster returns $2.80 to win. The $2.43 exactor pays $12. The $1 pick 3 ending here, 3 of 3, just $3. The $1 late pick 4, 4 of 4, $80.10. The $1 pick 5 was hit, 5 of 5, $466.20. The Super High 5 here, 20-cent edition, 43197, $108.29. The race 9 rundown is now displayed. Number 1, Mr. John was 3rd. 2, Woodmere Gaelic 8th. 3, Bayfield Beach, a fast closing 2nd. 2 to 5 favorite number 4, Horizon Sealster, the race winner for William Waugh. 5, Time to Dancing was 6th. 6, Anna's Wish was a judge's scratch. 7, Smokestack was 5th. 8, Cyclone Joe was 7th. 9, Well Worth the Wait was 4th. And the also eligible did not draw in. From the top down, your program should read 3, 8, 2, 1, 6, scratch 5, 7, 4. The fractions 27-2, 56-3, 124-3, 153-1 for Horizon Sealster. And that concludes tonight's card of live racing, our first card of the October meet here at Rideau Carleton. Thanks again to all the horse players who joined us. We hope you're back again on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. post time, Sunday, October 5th. And in our first handicapping contest of the month, Saturday the 4th, It's a $300 jackpot Saturday evening in the Trackside Simulcast Lounge in the on-track free-to-play Tammy Forgy handicapping contest. Enjoy the rest of your evening and week. I'll be back with you on Sunday. Take care. I'm Melissa Keith, track announcer. Good night.